so good in America, we're just canceling words right now. Not the racial slur. That shit got to be gone forever ago. I'm talking about everyday words. Like on a plane, the flight attendant can't use the word turbulence anymore. I have no idea. They say the word rough air. Nobody ever died from rough air. Rough air is when you're in an elevator that's packed, and then you go to leave, and right before you leave, you go, and then just closes. You're like, God damn it, Gary, that rough air, motherfucker. They can say rough air, and they can say light bumps. Light bumps! That sounds like a negative review for a Coke dealer. Yo, I love Andrew, but he got some light bumps, bro.
Jonathan Kite on the Adam Carolla Show.
Jonathan Kite, very funny stand-up, as you just heard.
Thank you, brother.
And the thing you will... it's kind of like Kyle Dunnigan. You think they're going to get up there and just do voices the whole time? They do not. They do comedy. And they sprinkle in a couple, but they're, like a fat comedian who's not talking about his weight. You kind of respect that. Jonathan Kite in studios, got shows coming up. Los Angeles, Hollywood Improv, coming up December 14th and 15th. And you can go to JonathanKiteComedy.com. So Chris thought it'd be fun to play $1 Million Password with you. And I think the way the game's going to go down is we got a wheel to spin.
A real wheel.
It has all the names of all the characters or all the real people that you do, your Robert Downey Jr.'s and your Liam Neeson's and your Nick Cage's and your Seth Rogen's, and they're all Paul Giamatti, of course, all there. And well, I hope it lands on Paul, and we'll each give it a spin, and that'll be the celebrity who's playing for us.
Yeah, and then that celebrity will have to take their headphones off, and we will get the word and play it real.
We'll play it for real.
Yeah.
Right. Now, again, I played the actual game with Betty White and Regis several years ago, and I did get a bit of a dud of a contestant.
Oh, that's putting it lightly.
And if you don't believe me, we'll take 30 seconds and revisit me trying to get him to say the word north, was it?
Yes.
All I did was look and said the word north. That's all. Trying to get the guy to say the word north. Here we go.
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
When I said pole at that
you're
point.
like, oh, duh, north.
No,
Sorry.
this guy's working for the other side. When you say south, what did he say, Texas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
East Atlantic.
But I always like to
That
do this.
common phrase.
This thought experiment. I looked down and it said the word Texas on it, and I went, south.
Oh,
Like, what would,
in a million years.
Right. That would make me
Never.
clinically insane.
Man, if he had gotten that from that, then you guys were in cahoots.
Yeah,
That's right.
clearly.
Yeah,
That's right.
then it's rigged.
Right.
South Texas.
Yeah, South Texas. Moving on. Let's go, people. We're going to win this thing. It's an inside job, people, at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we had Texas, you'd go Dallas and
Yeehaw.
or something.
that
That's
good?
exactly what I would have said. Yeehaw. The fact that he was like South, you're like Texas. And then the attitude of like, I got it. Are we doing the next one?
Next.
All right, so I don't know, Gina.
I got the wheel.
wheel's next to you. Do you want to go first and just?
Sure.
Oh, we have an intro.
Let's play Password. Gina, go ahead and spin the wheel.
Yeah, Paul. I'm sorry. I spin it a few more times. Let's see
Okay,
how
let's
long
see.
before we
My
land
agent
on
said-
Paul.
I was
We have landed on-
guaranteed.
Vince Vaughn.
It's
No.
fun.
Yeah,
And-
Paul. Statistically, you're
We
going to
did
come
Fred
up
Claus
eventually.
together.
Liam Neeson again.
All right,
One more.
Now this is rigged.
But it's got to be Paul.
Barack Obama.
Oh,
Well,
so I guess the wheel just won't land on
not
you,
your
Paul.
day.
my sock is full of coal and BS. This holiday season.
All right, so now should we play the game?
We should.
And Gina, you want to go first? And
Or, I mean, you're assigned first if you'd like to.
oh, I am. All right, then I'll go first. We'll go in order of what it says up on the screen. Christopher Walken will be answering my clues. And all right, so Jonathan, headphones are off.
Yep.
You cannot hear anything.
You can even turn your... Oh, there. He has his fingers in his ears.
All right, here we go, Dawson.
The password is honey.
Okay.
All right.
All right, put the headphones on. Christopher Walken.
First off, I want to say, Adam, I'm a big fan. I like your clothing I've never heard your podcast.
Oh, you're a tire. You're a fan of the attire.
I'm a fan of your wardrobe.
Nice.
It's casual and fun, which is how I've been described at many a pool party.
Okay. All right, you ready to play the game?
I was born ready.
Okay. Bees.
Honey.
Out of the gate.
Oh, Walken is good at this. You better hope Trump's good.
Jesus.
I'm buzzing. Yum.
It's 1 point for Adam and Christopher Walken. We'll move on to Bald Brian.
Okay.
The password is vacuum.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That is much harder than Adam's.
Agreed.
Hello there, Brian.
Hey, Liam Neeson, I'm a big fan of your work.
I'm a big fan of you.
Oh, fantastic.
I've been following you outside. Most
Really?
people have Twitter. I have a new app called Stalker.
Wait, you follow me even not on social media. You literally...
I don't have social media. What I have is a keen sense and a very particular set of skills. I realize you go to Ralph's every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Oh, my God.
And you were disappointed last week when they didn't have almonds. I brought them with me. Let's play the game.
He knows my emotions?
All right.
Okay. All right. Dyson.
Vacuum.
Oh! Boom.
You guys
Good.
got some winners.
Couldn't
Good
go
angle.
cleaners.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
No.
I'll never say that Liam Neeson sucks.
No, never once.
I'm getting into stand-up comedy.
Better hope Trump knows how to play this game,
Jesus.
Gina.
I invented this game. Okay, excuse me. A lot of great people said, "Do you have that game?" We have a Trump version of Password. It's called Buzzword, and it's only tens.
All right, only tens.
Okay, here.
Only tens.
He's going to give me the password.
The password is clown.
Okay.
All right, Trump, you ready?
Listen, Gina, you're a 10,
Thank you.
and I'm so glad I didn't get stuck with these losers. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
I'm very excited to be here because it's bringing up the value in the studio.
I think
wish there was
so.
more gold. I wish there was more gold. But excuse me, I'm the best. A lot of people are saying, who's the best at Password? It's me.
Oh, I hope that's true, Mr. Trump. Are you ready?
Goat.
No, we haven't started. Here we go.
All right.
Circus.
Clown.
From deep.
I'm sorry, I didn't start yet. I just looked at myself in the mirror and I said clown. Did we start the game yet?
It
You
doesn't
are
matter if it's
incredible.
game yet.
That was incredible.
Wow.
We
Bold
got,
choice for
I need
circus.
more. This is amazing.
All right, everybody's on the board
I'm
in the
addicted.
first round.
All right.
Round two.
Hold on, you got to
You take
take.
your headphones off,
round
Mr.
Trump,
two.
you gotta
Trump.
take the
I thought we were
headphones
doing different celebrities.
Should we do it?
Yeah, can we do different ones now? Or do you want to change them?
Well, yeah, but
Why
You
not?
should ask Jonathan. What would you like to do? Stay with what you have?
I'm
or-
here for the hour, so
Okay.
you tell me.
Change it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
change it up.
Okay, this one is for Adam.
I bet it lands on one of the ones we've already chosen.
Close.
Mark Wahlberg.
I'm hanging out in case I had this around too.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson.
Paul Giamatti.
72 spins later. We've edited 3 times.
All right, here we go.
All right, Adam's first.
Hold on, fingers in the ears, Jonathan. Headphones off.
The password is urinal.
Ooh, getting
It's a harder one.
What's up, Adam? You good? Sorry. I just finished doing like 100 push-ups. It's my personal best in under 30 seconds. What's going on? Excited to be here. You look great. You been working out?
Yeah, not like you.
Nobody works out like me. I've been up since 3 a.m. I go to sleep at 2:59. I'm up by 3. I pray to God when I'm asleep. Ready to go?
Yeah. Except for this one's tough.
This is a hard
yeah.
one.
This is good luck,
Let's
everybody.
see. All right.
Just gonna do some push-ups while you do this.
Yeah, no, keep the pump.
Yeah.
Keep the pump. All right, you ready?
This one isn't meant
I'm
to
ready.
be gotten in one.
I don't think it can be.
I'm ready.
Bathroom.
Toilet?
We will move on to Brian. Same
Or
word.
consider.
Oh, is that how it works?
Same word. Brian
Okay.
and Nick Cage. That's the way it's working for us.
Oh, no.
It's an unfair advantage to those who
this
don't
is-
like it.
Me.
I was not expecting that at all. I am here, Brian. If I can steal the Declaration of Independence, I can't get this.
Oh, Nick, yeah.
I'm on a lot of drugs. Liver King.
Okay, here we go. First clue was
Bathroom.
bathroom. My clue is standing.
Urinal.
Yes!
That was my second.
That's-
That was my
yeah.
second clue in my
That's a
head.
strange way to put it.
He's so relieved.
So,
So now what? New word?
Didn't think that went through.
Now we move on to Gina.
Okay, Paul Giamatti.
finally,
Take your
let me
headphones
just
off, please.
let me just tell the audience, I have been here for a week and a half. I have been drinking out of one of those water bottles with a little stick out like they feed a hamster. It's been 5-hour energy, though.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
The password is convertible.
Jesus. Okay.
Can we play shoots and ladders?
I hope this is one word. I think it's one word.
I'm better at solitaire.
All right. Ready? Ragtop.
Ragtop.
It's offensive.
Oh, that's
No,
what
it's not.
That's what I was called as a kid. Ragtop.
Whatever comes to mind, Paul.
Oh. Ragtop. I don't know. Potato.
A lot of grunting.
Okay, Adam, your
Move on
turn.
to Adam. Same word.
Cadillac.
Oh, man.
It's tough.
Luxury.
Wait, Adam is with Mark Wahlberg.
Oh,
Yeah, Paul,
I am
sorry, you're not.
refusing to leave.
Paul, you got to sit down.
Oh, I am sitting down. This is and I'm standing up. This is how tall I am. Cadillac, let's see. Ragtop? Cadillac? Convertible?
There we go.
yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll give that to you.
Ragtop was very good,
Thank
but I don't
you.
know if Jonathan.
Was in the vibe.
I mean, I don't mean Jonathan. I mean Paul Giamatti.
Oh, you think Paul has a convertible?
No, but you do.
I live in a sardine can. It's convertible. The top comes on.
You do those VW commercials, I see.
True.
Where
I do.
They play
I
the
do.
angry accountant. All right. Now,
right.
where are we?
We are with Nick
We're
Cage.
up to Brian and Nick Cage. Take your headphones off, please. The password is revenge.
Oh, Jesus.
boy.
Okay.
Oh, Nick Cage, what I got? He's into cars.
Okay. Well, that's a tough one. All right.
Declaration of Independence.
I love those movies for what it's worth.
I do too, by the way.
Yeah. Very watchable.
They're very good.
very watchable.
Yeah. Nerds.
Revenge.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Nicolas Cage wins again.
I got one
Fucking
goddamn point for that.
insane.
I got 1 point for that.
That's insane.
Wow, from downtown, Nick Cage up top.
Yeah.
I'm
on
the Steph
to
Curry of this game.
You really are.
Gina and Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, Paul, I feel like we need to step up our game here.
Gina, I don't think my self-esteem can take the attitude you're giving me right now.
The password is trampoline.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just over here eating some Splenda packets.
I got a couple ways I could go here. I just have to think of how Paul thinks.
Convertible.
Okay, Paul.
I'm here.
Bounce.
Oh, man. Bounce.
Bounce.
Now, the audience wants me to say dryer sheet. But I'm not going to say that.
Bounce.
Ball?
Paul.
We'll move on to Adam and Mark Wahlberg.
Somebody load my pistol.
Same password.
Yo, what's up, guy?
Oh, God. Let's see.
So we got bounce?
It's It's way harder when you start the word.
Flubber?
Oh.
Well, I can't say it's right or wrong. Bounce kids.
Trampoline?
Yeah.
This is unfair.
I was worried about bouncy castle
Yeah.
or bouncy house.
That's
or
the first thing I
something.
thought, by the way, was bounce house.
yeah.
Wow.
I wanted to say Juggies, but I
was
didn't know
gonna say-
Paul was familiar.
I was about to
Oh.
say Juggies.
Yeah.
Juggies, yeah. Oh, yeah. I love them on trampolines.
All right, this
Okay,
is
we're gonna do one more round
to
for
Nick Cage.
everybody.
Oh, okay, great.
Are we getting new characters?
Would you like to?
Yes,
Yeah.
here we
Let's
go.
spin the
Let's
wheel
keep it.
again.
This is for Adam.
Nick Cage from Deep.
Another Donald Trump. Let's see if we have another one. Tom Hanks
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
All right, I got Tom Hanks.
for Brian. Jason Statham.
Oh, the bald team.
Bald the bald. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Bald the
that's
bald.
And for me, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. here, and I never lose. I never lose.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's play password.
Okay. So who's this to? This to
This
Adam?
is Brian, right?
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, 'cause
This
you
is
got the
for-
team.
Brian's turn.
This is for Brian and Jason Statham. Mm-hmm. The password is princess.
Oh.
All right, Brian, here's the deal. We got this. Do you know what I mean? Mate, don't have that attitude inside. Let's start over. You know what I'm saying? Right.
All right,
You
all
look
right.
defeated.
Yeah, I need the confidence. I need to be built up.
Should I
right
take
now.
my shirt off?
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
Wow.
Oh, that helps.
Wow, Jesus.
Jesus Christ, is
Now we're all
right.
distracted.
I have the cross shaved in right between my tits.
Nice. Yeah.
And I am well hung. Let's go.
And I cannot. It has to be a single word. I can't say a person's first and last name.
Correct.
All right. Diana.
All right. Spencer.
I mean,
That's your word. That's your guess,
We will
Jason?
move on.
Okay.
Gina
Okay.
and Robert Downey Jr.
You're looking unbelievable. Seriously.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank
You're
you so
very
much.
welcome. And here's the deal. I'm excited. I'm ready to be here. And my first appearance here on the show. So let's go.
I'm really excited to do this with you.
Yeah.
Royal.
Princess.
Yes.
I knew here.
I needed that.
Here's the deal.
the goddamn word was Spencer.
Brian, that was as good a first clue as you could get.
I'm going to say something. It was very good, but let me just say this. You went with princess, right?
Yeah.
You could have been on. It's a very basic word, but the look on your face, it was that it was so difficult.
Right.
That
yeah.
I was like,
Interesting.
God damn.
Let's be honest.
I didn't know if Robert Downey Jr. was a nerd like Super Mario. I was going to say Peach. Would you have gotten that?
Absolutely would have gotten Peach.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have gotten it.
I had a feeling.
I love
Princess
Peach the fruit,
Peach.
and I
Yeah.
love, and I'm not talking about
I
the
didn't
girl.
know Princess Peach.
Oh. So you got it, Super Mario.
She's
Oh.
worth saving every
Super
time.
Mario.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Worth saving every time. Yep. Okay, here, do.
Let's move on to Adam and Tom Hanks.
Oh, new word.
The password is soup.
Okay. Oh, yep.
Oh, I got Tom Hanks.
Hi, you got Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. Wow, this is great. I love this. I love this table.
All right, Tom, let's get a little mind meld going.
Let's go.
P.
Nut.
Wait,
We
was
will
that
move
one word?
on to Brian and Jason
Peanut,
Statham.
one word.
Yeah.
Same password.
You owe me, Statham, you bald son of a bitch.
Peanut.
First clue is P. Second clue is
Princess.
gazpacho.
Soup.
Boom!
Yeah.
From
Out of all the soups you could have picked.
well, because so many are two words:
that's
chicken
true.
noodle,
Beef barley.
yeah, Italian wedding, mozzarella.
True.
Oh.
Good job.
Ow.
Good job.
If this is the final round,
Peanut.
everyone's been mathematically
You
eliminated.
just
Shall we
finished
continue?
up-
I feel like the way
Word.
we're doing this makes it impossible for me to be in the game, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Rules are rules, Gina.
So
we,
I'm just
yeah.
out
We read the
because
book on
because
this.
we're okay.
You can tie.
we came up with this
Okay.
game 5 minutes before
Clearly.
the show.
5.
Shocking.
Let's move on to Gina and Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
The password is Buffalo.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's see this. Here. Yep, very good. Let's go.
Bison.
Buffalo?
Oh, that's good.
Now tell me I'm mathematically eliminated.
Wow.
Wow.
Great job,
This is the
Robert.
last round, and
Appreciate
Brian
that.
won.
Very good. Okay, let's go.
Here, would you want to keep going?
Yes.
Let's
Let's
do one
keep
more.
going.
All right.
Moving on to Adam. The password is Dalmatian.
Ooh. Okay. Tom.
It's a hard one.
Oh, it is. Let's see. Hey, Tom.
Hi. I want to say something right now. Where's the camera? Is this my camera?
Yeah.
Hi. I apologize to Adam Carolla for thinking that peanut was 2 words. I went for the joke.
Yeah.
And it failed miserably. We'll fix it in post. Oh no, we're recording? Great.
Oh, boy. Now I'm of 2 thoughts. One is I'm going to try to get it. On the other hand, I don't want to set the table for Brian.
That's
You could
exactly
take this one.
that's what keeps happening.
because I feel like this is a two-parter.
Yes, it most certainly is.
Wow.
And I'm trying to even think if I have this right. 99. Oh, I got
I'll
it
give you
wrong.
a do-over.
Yeah, I think you should try that
Is it
again.
a different number? On
Yes.
that? Oh, okay. Oh, I know what it is. Sorry,
Ow.
I screwed it up. All right.
Oh no.
101.
Dalmatians?
Yes.
Come on! Tom Hanks never misses Disney questions.
I was like, the answer isn't Luftballons.
Yeah, I forgot. I
That's
got
what
my
I was
numbers
about to say.
mixed
I was
up.
like,
Bottles of beer?
Loft balloons? Wow, 99 bananas? That look poor.
99 bananas, deep pull.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
drunk on it right now.
That's a bad liqueur.
Let's move on
Terrible.
There's beers on the wall, right?
Yeah. Take one down, pass it around.
to Bald Brian and Jason Statham.
Okay.
The password is helmet.
Okay.
Shit.
Interesting.
All right, let's do this. You know what I mean? Brian, here's the problem. Don't do that face.
I know. I do the face when I'm debating my own self. I'm calling myself an idiot for my first thought.
You look like,
If you set me up, I have the perfect dunk.
oh, that's very cocky. That's very cocky indeed. Do you know what I mean? I feel the energy.
Yeah.
That's got to piss you off regular. Do you know what I'm talking about? Right, here's a go. Yeah.
Okay. How much gesticulating am I allowed to do?
None.
You can just.
No.
No,
You can't. That's 2 clues.
I'm allowed to move around a little.
Okay,
I don't know if
mime
you can-
the answer,
I don't know
Brian.
if you can point at things.
That's
or
what I was
anything,
about to
but
do.
I don't think.
I
you can
know
do it.
exactly what you're going to do.
So what you're asking is, can I cheat?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's do that.
Okay, here we go.
Right, do you know
Bald connection. Here we go.
Bald, yeah.
Protective.
God damn. Protected.
That was going to be my clue, by the way.
Right. All right. Protective. Shield.
Not shield.
May I?
We will move
Mr.
on
Downey Jr.?
to Gina and Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, okay. Shield is out, obviously. Not talking about Marvel
This is
Agents of
Oh
S.H.I.E.L.D..
no,
Sure.
you are amazing as Iron Man, by the way.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that very much. Thank you so much.
I feel like we're about to tie this game up, and I just need you to be with me.
Honestly, she's really cocky.
Yeah.
Yep.
I respect the
I can-
confidence.
Okay, it was protective, which went all
Yeah.
Makula. Here we go. Head.
Helmet.
There you go.
All right.
Well,
I
I,
thought
know
we were
that
gonna
because of
switch.
Iron Man. you
Makes
know,
sense.
Obviously.
All right, now we have to keep playing.
Was that the
Or is
end?
it a 3-way tie?
We right now have a 3-way tie. There's no way this game is over.
All right.
How about next point wins?
All right.
But
Right? No?
I lost.
That's Gina's
Let's move
out.
on
though.
to
Tough break.
Adam. You are still playing with Tom Hanks. Mm-hmm. And the password is Deli.
Oh,
There's ways you can go with this.
interesting.
Okay.
Hi.
You ready?
I am ready.
Greenblatt's.
Deli?
Oh, my God.
Look at you.
yes.
Brian, you still want to play with those rules?
I was going to go arts, but I know he goes down to the Laugh Factory.
Hi. Tom Hanks is at Laugh Factory every night.
Hey, when they're not open.
To Adam Carolla and Tom Hanks. See you next time on Password.
I'm pretty sure Jonathan Kite is the winner of this game.
You guys will get the home version. Don't hang your head.
It's just me coming over uninvited.
Wow. I got to say, you were all, and especially Jonathan Kite, very good at that game.
You're
Dialed in.
amazing. Dominated.
I will say the difference between this version and the one where Regis is standing next to you, the 30 seconds you can buy yourself in between spotting it and spitting it out helps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. Because
Yeah.
when you just look down and you spit it out immediately, you're limited.
Yeah.
All you need is about 30 seconds to gestate. You
Right.
know, I want a gazpacho, I want Greenblatt's,
Right.
Arts Deli sandwich. But when you're doing it in real time, it's like pow.
Yeah.
It ups the ante. Your clues get much worse.
And you got to think about, I remember those old 70s game shows, like seeing them like Pyramid. Man, did they get some duds.
Oh, God. I
Who were
love
just
Pyramid.
like, just sitting there like, and they would never get it right. And you just felt for the person across from
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
And then they would come up, and I remember Dick Clark just giving them like the most ridiculous, like obscure thing. And they'd be like, oh, cumulonimbus. He's like, cumulonimbus.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the are you talking about?
Yeah.
I used to do those early on.
Win,
I
lose, or
swear
draw.
I did win, lose, or draw with Burt Reynolds. But I may be
Those are
making that
fun,
up.
man.
think
I
we've
love
seen a
watching
clip of
them.
that. I feel like we've
Yeah,
seen a
we've
clip
seen
of
it.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of arrows, a lot of circles. Like, look at what I'm drawing.
I got
A lot of John Madden.
Yes.
the one they would give you these clues. I mean, they would give you these phrases on like win, lose, or draw, and it'd be like a stitch in time saves 9 or something,
You know,
and you
we always
try
say
to
that.
draw it out, or a rolling stone gathers no moss. The very first one I got was an elephant never forgets, which is not on the tip of everyone's tongue, but also all I could do was try to draw an elephant.
Yeah.
And I kept pointing at his head. And they just kept saying elephant head.
Yeah.
You know that phrase.
Yeah, common
know.
phrase.
But they could never get an elephant never forgets, because I don't know how many Americans even say that, if that's even a phrase.
Did you ever circle the head and put a slash through it?
They would have, but they go, no,
They're like
no
poacher.
elephants, bad elephants,
Poacher.
poacher,
Yeah,
ivory,
right, poacher.
something, or
Yeah.
whatever. They just, I could never draw it out. And then the host always condescendingly goes, it's an elephant, never, like as if he would have gotten it. All right, Jonathan Kite's going to hang out with us. We'll talk more with him. We'll do the news as well. We'll do that right after this.
So we talked yesterday about how there was the short list for the Times Person of the Year, and now they have announced the Times Person of the Year. It is...
Janet Yellen.
That's right. No. It's-
Kanye West.
That's also right. It is Volodymyr Zelensky. He is the Time Person of the Year. Time editor Edward Felsenthal made the big reveal on the Today Show. The magazine says the Ukrainian president galvanized the world in a way we haven't seen in decades. In the weeks after Russian bombs began falling on February 24th, his decision not to flee Kyiv but to stay and rally support was fateful. Goes on to say that Zelensky was chosen for proving that courage can be as contagious as fear, for stirring people and nations to come together in defense of freedom, for reminding the world of the fragility of democracy and of peace.
I don't get how our economy works. Like we'll give them $40 billion a day, and then you go, for how long? And they go,
Till
Long as it
till
takes.
it's over.
And then you go, hey, can we get some more trash cans put out in L.A.?
No can do.
We don't have the
A budget
budget.
crunch,
That's a situation with money.
I feel like we've been sending over Bitcoin.
Right.
Yeah.
It's appreciated on the flight over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I will say this. You will find out things about him in that war that will not be nearly as flattering as the version that we're hearing now at some point in the future.
Sure.
That's what I can tell you.
And I don't think they're a carbon copy of each other, but you know how, whoever's going to play you in the movies, obviously already like Hollywood big screen ready and always the slightly better looking version. Do you know who absolutely is going to play him?
Jeremy Renner.
Exactly.
Is that what you're going to say?
Jeremy Renner.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Save it for the game.
That's right. Yeah.
It's also amazing. Hollywood is great because no one could find Ukraine on the map, and then this shit happened, and everyone's wearing buttons and meeting with him, and everyone's telling him how important the work is. I've been a long admirer of what he's been doing over there.
Right, and it's not the Ukraine, even though we all have said the Ukraine forever. Now we know. Hey, do you want an update on the guy who shot Lady Gaga's dog walker?
And we were all saying Kiev, and now it's Kyiv.
Like chicken Kiev.
Right.
Because we learned that Russia calls it Kiev and Ukraine calls it Kyiv, so they're siding with the Ukrainians.
Yes.
So the
real
yes.
man of the year, the guy took a bullet for Lady Gaga's pug.
That's right.
That's the man of the year.
Well, let's talk about the guy who shot him. That guy has been sentenced to 21 years in prison. James Howard Jackson, who accepted a plea deal, was one of 5 men arrested in the incident. Prosecutors argued that it was Jackson who fired the shot at Ryan Fisher that night in an attempt to steal Gaga's 2 Frenchies, little French bulldogs. The dogs were eventually returned unharmed, and Ryan has recovered. And remember, he was like doing a GoFundMe to like get in his van and just kind of like see the country. I should have actually probably see where we are with that.
She had offered like a $500,000 reward for the dogs, but not for the person that shot her, the world's best assistant.
That's right. Take a bullet for your dogs. That'll be on his business card.
The people that shoot people who don't comply with stuff that they never had any ideas about, like, that's the scariest person to me. Like the person that goes, give me your dogs or give me your wallet, and you don't, they go, all right, well then I'm going to shoot you. Those are the scariest people on the planet.
Yeah, there's no, they were like, well, this didn't work.
Right.
And so now I guess I'm holding this gun.
Yeah, or maybe it's I can't let word get out that I don't actually shoot people who don't comply, so I'm going to have to do this.
Well, there's 5 guys.
Yeah.
Well, they have
in the kidnapping ring, the dog napping ring.
Can I just say this about Los Angeles? We have rings for guys to steal your catalytic converters, and we have rings for guys to steal your dogs, and they roam the street with guns and sawzalls. Can we give this a little bit of thought as to like where we're at as a city?
Yeah.
I get stealing jewelry and household appliances. These are walking around. This is you parking your car and going inside at night. This is your assistant walking the dog in a decent part of town at night. The groups have now figured out that this would be profitable enough that we should form an organization and travel about the city and raise money.
Yeah, and they're not the same groups.
And I would argue that it's not all that disconnected from the van that drops off in front of the crypto center and sends all the Latina chicks and their fake kids out to sell ghetto dogs. If you're not going to do anything about that, then you're not going to do anything about the catalytic converters or Lady Gaga's dog.
I think you're right. I guess a happy update with Ryan Fisher. I don't know when this GoFundMe closed, but I'm looking at his GoFundMe page, and he wanted to go on. He wanted to take a trip with his RV and sort of heal through seeing America, and he wanted to raise $40,000, and he raised $45,800.
Made his goal.
Hey, can I say this? I've done some GoFundMe, and here are the rules.
Okay.
If you like to make a movie or write a book, go ahead. And if you have an invention for a new kind of breast pump to pump milk, go ahead. If you'd like to see America, that's on you.
Apparently not.
That's my feeling. I want to know. I want a product to come out there. Yeah. If you're just talking about going on a vacation, or I don't have enough money to, after the wedding, go on the honeymoon.
Lady Gaga should have given him the money.
There's got to be some story with her and Lady Gaga.
Her heroic thing was paying for his medical bills, and she was out. Yeah. Allegedly.
She should have given him a little wham, a little walking around money. Wham.
Conway always says
That's right. A little walking around money.
Can I bum you all out with the stat that blew my mind? I'd look it up to refresh my memory, but do you take a guess what percentage or fraction or whatever of all money raised on GoFundMe in 2021, last year, all money raised went just to medical, like fundraise for my new kidney or my cancer treatment or whatever.
What percentage?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if we're going to be bummed out,
Yeah.
we got to go 59%.
Yeah, I'm feeling hopeful. I'm going to say 70.
I'll say 85%.
Wait, 70's more
70's.
bummer.
Yeah, I'm feeling.
That'd be a
Hopeful.
huge bummer. It was 70%.
Oh, I
Of
thought it
all
was.
money raised?
I thought it was a worthy thing to give
Oh,
money
I see.
to.
Oh, it is worthy. It's just sad that
Yeah.
people
Oh,
can't
very,
take care of themselves.
very sad. So yes, I will go that way as well.
I phrased it wrong. It was 1/3 of all money raised, but that is insane.
yeah,
For
still.
everything on GoFundMe, 1/3 goes to please help pay on medical bills.
That's sick.
And 2/3 is screenplays.
That's right.
That's right.
Medical bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so that's always the underlying story. The news, how dare you do a feel-good story about this little girl raised enough money to get herself a new kidney? Like, that is not a feel-good story. That's a sick story.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk Cosby, speaking of which. More allegations. Flooding in, 2 former Cosby Show actresses and 3 other women have sued Bill Cosby and NBC Universal on Tuesday for sexual assault and battery. In the complaint, the women accused Cosby of repeatedly using his enormous power in a nefarious and horrific way.
Glad you said power.
That's right.
Thank God.
All right.
Yeah.
Everyone, well, I'll take this back to Lady Gaga and her dog. Whoever you bust for any of these things, I guarantee this ain't their first rodeo. You couldn't find some 19-year-old kid who's had no priors and go, hey, pick up a pistol and go down to West Hollywood and shoot
Right.
somebody who's walking a dog. And this is the whole thing where we go, look, if you're into something, you're into it.
Yeah.
If you're punching people on the street or busting windows and grabbing stuff out
your
of the
thing.
display, you've done it 1,000 times. I don't know. There's no one and done in the roofie department. That is
We know.
that's a fucking way of life. And the reason there's going to be hundreds of, or at least tens of victims is this is your thing, and your thing sexually doesn't start in your mid-60s. It starts early on, and then because of the way things were set up and the status, whether you're Weinstein or Cosby, you then get 30 years.
Right. The look back law.
To put together your resume.
Right.
And so it can't be, there's just this one thing.
And
As
it's
a matter
very
of fact,
specific.
If there is just one thing and it's very specific, you probably shouldn't believe it, because I don't think I'm going to pick up roofing
Right.
when I'm 67.
God willing.
It's something I'm into now.
Right.
I was into it in junior college, and I continue to be in it.
No, Cosby, his behavior is like the iceberg from Titanic.
Yes.
You're just we're gonna see all this stuff coming out forever.
It's a perfect storm of this is the shit you're into.
Yeah.
And 99.9% of society is not. But for the ones who are, you're into it. And we really didn't have any guardrails for this kind of activity historically from the time you began it until like 10 minutes
Right.
ago, which means you're going to have a 40-year career of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't get these laws named after you because that's not a
it's
good
true.
sign. Also, I saw a woman say, like, for anyone out there saying, specifically against Cosby, because they're not, a lot of them aren't well-known actresses, like, say, Weinstein. For woman coming out against Cosby, name 3 of his accusers, or 2. So I hope that proves the point that they're not looking to get famous because we don't know their names.
No.
They're just like, yeah, that happened to me now that we're on the subject.
Yeah, and it's also, it seems very hard to fabricate. Like I did see the one woman who was the basketball player.
Yeah,
and
from
he
the college,
set her up with a
Oh,
thing,
Temple University
took
or
care of
something.
that, and also, if you're 19 and good looking and a guy gets really interested in setting you up with an apartment and taking care of your tuition and stuff like that,
wary.
Be wary. Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about another groping case that we have never talked about. And this is, I will say resurfaced. I will not say unearthed, Brian. But now that Brendan Fraser is back in the limelight for Whale, which I'm sure you're going to see.
On site.
I'm very
That's
excited to see it.
great.
This interview from 2018 from GQ has been like sort of given the spotlight back
he
online.
was grossed at like the Golden Globes or something.
He was.
Oh,
One
we've
second.
talked about that.
Brendan Fraser? I don't remember this.
We did.
Well, it might have been
Yes,
before
he
me.
was in the. No, it wasn't. I don't think he was in the audience in an event.
Well, let me tell you the story.
Well, tell us. Sorry.
Okay, so he he basically says, like, I chose to back away from Hollywood. You know, I chose to get out of the spotlight. I was too hard on myself. I didn't like the person I was becoming, whatever. He said his self-doubt played a huge decision in what really propelled him to sort of get out of the spotlight. But apparently a 2003 groping incident involving Philip Burke. He's the former Hollywood Foreign Press Association president.
That's why I had him.
I
Golden
thought it
Globes.
was in Beverly Hills.
Very possible. Though Burke has maintained he was only pinching the actor on his butt as a joke. Fraser described it.
That's his out?
Yes. Oh, because it's so much worse. Fraser says the touching was invasive. He said, Bark's left hand, quote, reach around and grab my ass cheek and taint. And he starts moving his
But it
finger
was just
around.
a joke.
Yeah, it was just hilarious. So Fraser said it caused him a lot of emotional and personal
All
distress.
right, something's wrong with him, Fraser.
Yeah?
Something's wrong with him.
Okay.
You can't be an adult dude and cause a lot of distress.
Well, like
and
Terry
cause, you know,
Crews.
whatever. Something's wrong with Terry Crews too. There's
be
something
something.
wrong.
Well, he
There's
said-
something wrong.
Okay.
Everyone, listen. Don't pile on. This is why it's completely and utterly out of control. There is Harvey Weinstein. There is Bill Cosby, and then there's Brendan Fraser. This ain't shit. This is nothing. This is nothing. We keep going with all this stuff, and it just keeps going. If you're at a function and there's a large group of people around and people are drinking and somebody does some version
Sack
of this,
tap.
which is like doing the sack tap or he did a cheek grab. He didn't he didn't lick his finger and shove it in his fucking
called
asshole.
bowling
This
balls.
is fucking
Right,
around.
right.
This is horseplay. Something is wrong with the person who was traumatized by this, the same way Lisa, whoever on the cargo plane with
Franken.
Yeah.
Al Franken. Sorry,
Leanne.
yes, Tweeden, I think
Yeah.
was it? Yeah. Let's not conflate everything with everything else. Something's wrong with him. Something's wrong. I mean, if you went to the bathroom and the guy went into the stall with you and like locked the door behind him and started coming at you, this is an ass grab.
Yeah.
This is a drunken guy fucking around with Tarzan or whatever.
Encino Man.
Encino Man
And he was Tarzan.
Yeah, he was
and
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
He was all
Yes.
the mans.
Yeah.
Yes, this is that.
He said that this caused him, the distress, and he said,
No,
okay,
then something's wrong with him.
maybe.
Okay.
And he said that playing by the rules in Hollywood in regards to these power dynamics, he didn't want to do it anymore. He didn't want to be felt up by the leader of the Hollywood Foreign Press, so he's out.
Something's wrong with him.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah. Well,
Plain and
it can
simple.
only help in the new movie, The Whale, which is supposed to be spectacular.
Look, if you get rear-ended and the car behind you is traveling at 3 miles an hour and you claim
You broke your neck.
you hurt your neck and you cannot walk or work anymore, the guy still bumped you from behind, but there's something wrong with
Yeah.
you.
And Brendan got bumped from behind.
That's what
I thought you were going to say
saying.
rear-ended.
He
was
said
rear-ended
the
by
guy
Hollywood Foreign
grabbed
Press.
outside of his clothes, right?
Yeah.
Grabbed his ass cheek. And he said,
got into the tank.
And
well,
taint.
well, first off,
That's what I heard.
whatever it is you said you were traumatized by, you got to up the ante a little because the lesser version of that is a slap on the ass,
Right.
which takes place quite a bit in the NFL, for instance.
A slap on the taint, though, takes skill.
Yeah, you have to be like in
Precision.
Downward Dog.
But diamonds are a girl's best friend. A slap on the taint can be quite continental. But diamonds are a girl's best. So something's wrong with him.
Okay.
If you drop out of Hollywood and you're traumatized by drunken whatever guy slapping you outside a rented tuxedo, then you have a problem.
Well said.
Oh, we have Brandon's quote about it. So says
Yeah,
Chris.
so he's told this to the New York Times. So he pinched Fraser's ass in jest, according to Burke. But Fraser said what Burke did was more than a pinch. Quote, his left hand reaches around, grabs my ass cheek, and one of his fingers touches me in the taint, and he starts moving it around. Fraser says that in this moment he was overcome with panic and fear. Quote, I felt ill. I felt like a little kid. I felt like there was a ball in my throat. I thought I was going to cry.
But
That's past
you're
trauma,
in a
you're saying.
large group of people who are dressed in formal wear.
Yeah.
You're saying this is a past issue that has not been
Yeah,
resolved.
it was in the midst of a crowded room.
Most of what we're talking about is a past issue that then gets unleashed. And so things that happened to you that were horrific
Right.
when you were 9 that got buried,
Come out.
somebody pulls the ripcord on them
Right.
at 39. And the problem is as a society, we don't delve into the old part. We're just like, oh my God, what
Villainize
happened this time? Well,
Right.
what happened this time is somewhere between nothing and a joke or sort of drunken. That guy shouldn't have done that. It's a knock it off, keep
Right.
walking kind of moment. And it wouldn't do anything to anyone who didn't have past trauma or who was wired in such a way where you could just keep walking. So it unlocked something. By the way, that movie Whale, I was checking it out on Rotten Tomatoes. 74, like
What?
It was weird. It's like this
thought
is
it was-
the toast
yeah.
of Tribeca and stuff,
right.
and it was like 74.
Interesting.
Was
With
it like-
the critics?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but it was a play. It was a play.
71 now. with
That's
the
shocking.
critics.
So I
I'm
thought maybe they
surprised.
liked the play better if anybody saw it. Jonathan, do you know anything about it?
I know that he's like a front runner for Academy Award nomination, and where it has shown, it has gotten rave reviews from the people that were there, standing ovations.
Han
Right.
and everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Famously, and it feels like this sort of entree back into the world, which
Right.
he
But
was such a
71,
master
which is
I'm
not
surprised.
glowing for a movie that is a
That's
darling.
shocking.
And
Yeah.
Darren Aronofsky, who is a very celebrated critically director.
Right. Oh, Brian, you weren't here when I said this, but I don't know if you ended up seeing Don't Worry, Darling, speaking of the toast
I
of
did.
Cannes. I saw it twice in the same weekend. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I liked it much more than I expected
Yeah,
to.
everyone was shitting on it or shitting on the
Yeah.
vibe, the back behind the scenes. I thought it was great.
Whenever I talked to anyone about it who'd seen it, I said, flawed.
Yeah.
Like, there's problems with it that need to be, like, shored up.
Sure.
But it is what it is, and overall, good movie.
Yeah, did you see it?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I thought it was great.
And I think because of all the drama that sort of surrounded
Yeah.
it, that there were so many
Yes.
options,
That
and to like
advantage.
see that, because the thing is, like, when you're on set, it's a very stressful thing, and I think to then have people publicly lie about what's
Right.
going on, that's such a.
It's not great.
It's not great, and it sort of leaves like a. And not that it's ever happened to me, but I just was sort of like not at the time. I was like, I'm just not going to give my energy to that.
I get it.
But it looked. I mean, it looked cool.
And that being said, if Shia LaBeouf was supposed to play the Harry Styles role, that movie would have catapulted in the stratosphere. It would have been amazing.
He was a weak link.
Yeah, but
That's what I
But
heard.
it's a thoroughly enjoyable movie. Do we have time for one more?
Sure.
Oh, good, because I really, you know what? I almost want to save it so we can do a taste test, but let's talk about it anyway. Have you guys heard about pilk? The pilking?
Is that Pepsi and milk?
It sure is. Pepsi is
That's what's
trying.
in this mug.
Pepsi is trying so hard
That's
to make
an
this a
acronym,
thing.
but that's like a mom you'd like to pork.
It's a MILF.
Yeah.
Pill.
That's
A
many.
a mom you want to. Yeah, that's
You'll-
a MIG.
Right. So they're hoping that this is like a thing. They're trying to make it one. They launched a new holiday drink concoction they're calling Pilk, or a dirty Pepsi, which obviously is a sexual euphemism.
First off,
Yeah.
That's going to be the grossest ads of just like a poo stain, like
Yeah.
got pilk.
That's what happened to Brendan Fraser. You got the dirty Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's the original pilker.
That's right.
It's just a guy in a stall. You know how they would have like all these like famous celebrities, but it's just celebrities like on the crapper.
this is
Just got pilk.
Got Pilk.
This is a Lindsay Lohan
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
commercial I saw.
But Adam, you should know where else on 70s TV.
Laverne and Shirley.
There you go. So apparently it was already a thing.
Laverne, like, was it Pepsi
They
or
said
Coke?
it was Pepsi and milk, but
Pepsi
cola and milk or whatever.
Yeah, that was her thing.
So here's one of the spots with Lohan. This had the most dialogue.
Nice.
I didn't need her to make a comeback.
No, she's pouring
Naughty.
the mix together.
Pepsi and milk. Pilk.
Takes a fake sip and they cut.
I don't like that.
That is one dirty soda.
I love how in Pepsi's ad campaign, the milk is the naughty.
Totally.
Right.
Not the
High
bone
fructose corn
strengthening.
syrup. No,
That's
you're all
right.
right.
Brown dye number 17.
Delish.
But if
Yeah.
it comes from an udder.
Thank you, cancer.
In defense of people who like this nonsense, it's not that far off from like a vanilla Coke.
Well, I was going to say like
a
a
phosphate,
float.
a
Or
vanilla
like
phosphate.
a root beer float
Yeah.
or whatever. But Pepsi seems to be the thing that doesn't jive. Maybe even a Coke with milk would
But
be
you know what's
better.
gross about it? Like, you know how when someone has like milk with ice?
Yeah.
So it's like at least the ice cream makes it cold.
Right.
But like watered down milk?
Yeah.
My
It's
grand,
vile.
something that nobody under 50s ever tasted, said, or thought about is my old school Hungarian grandfather loved buttermilk.
Straight?
He loved straight up
Ew.
buttermilk.
It's just sour.
Yeah.
He
it's not
loved
good.
himself some butter. Well, it falls under the heading of, to him, it's like beer and brandy and stuff. It doesn't have a yummy taste. It's just a different
But it
taste.
cures
He
what
loved
ails
drinking
ya.
a mug of cream cheese.
I used to drink buttermilk was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big thing.
Well, I know buttermilk biscuits and buttermilk pancakes.
I don't even know if they sell buttermilk anymore, but he would just.
It looks like eggnog.
He would
Yeah.
he would
Which is
buy
sweet.
it.
I
I'll
love
tell you what
eggnog,
it
though.
tasted like. It was thicker, viscous milk that had just a little lemony kind of
That sounds
vibe to
awful.
it.
That sounds like stomach acid.
It was good. Like I drank it when I was 10. It
Guys.
it was fine.
Let's go with buttermilk. Not you, Jerry, who pitched viscous milk.
That's right.
There's the viscosity on this milk. It's like drinking.
Now the thing that and these are like early jokes that I forgot about, but my grandfather, who again is like very old school, he ate cow's tongue and stuff like that. He was an old world Jew who ate, he didn't like sweet and fancy. He liked the old school.
That's weird.
But he loved himself some buttermilk,
That's
and he would say to me, more thirst quenching than anything, like this really quenches the thirst. And I was like,
Dubious.
well, just because you don't want it anymore of it
Your
doesn't, like
thirst is
Gatorade,
quenched.
I'll drink a liter of that
Right.
shit.
That sounds like the Paul Giamatti diet.
Yeah, I'll have a teaspoon of buttermilk and be topped off with buttermilk. So I am quenched. I'm
Right.
not satiated.
I don't want
I don't
more.
want more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not thirst quenching.
No, that's not the
I
same
don't want
thing.
more. Right.
Yeah, just because what you're serving isn't delicious doesn't mean
Yeah,
I'm on
I
a
drink
diet.
WD-40.
You guys are going hard in the paint against buttermilk. I'm telling you, it's not bad. Has anyone had it?
It sounds like sour milk.
I feel like I've had it.
Not
Brian's
straight.
had it?
No,
Chrissy bakes with it. I've tasted it. It's the bottom tier of milks, aside from maybe evaporated milk. I
cream.
guess.
But I also think in this country that the milk that we have is so watered down
True,
anyway.
true.
Like skim and 2%.
That's not a thing.
It's like it's
Yeah,
so,
just get whole
It's
milk.
like
Yeah, exactly.
school glue.
Get
I know,
yourself
I
some
did-
dog.
I agree. I did buttermilk at 10, and I was like, tastes fine.
I think I had it as a kid too.
Since you guys just said nog, can we please actually end up with this anyway? You guys like eggnog, right?
Love it.
I didn't try.
Everybody.
Hold on. I haven't tried it until I was an adult, and it's delicious, and I approve. But there's something else now. It's eggonog. It's
Ew.
waffle eggonog, Appalachian sipping cream.
No,
And it is available at finer stores. It's rum-based and cinnamon and nutmeg flavors, and it's called Eggnog Appalachian Sipping Cream.
no.
Yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
Eggonog.
Eggnog,
Yeah.
just like my great granny. Just like my
Eggnog is not broken. It
Yeah.
does not need
It's
fixing.
so good.
It is so goddamn good.
yeah.
What do you put in your eggnog?
I like rum and I like brandy.
I like brandy too. I'm the only. Thought I was the only one.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, we'll
I'm
do some.
excited
We'll
for
do some
eggnog.
eggnog and do some fresh nutmeg
Oh,
on top
yeah.
of it. Adds. I don't know why. I can't defend it. I can't explain it. But the fresh nutmeg on top just kicks it.
I love it.
Eggnog made me come around on creamy alcohol because I was like, that's not a good combo, but eggnog's fucking great.
You should try buttermilk and rum.
Yeah. Classic combo. For
That's
the
called a
holidays.
grandy kiss.
You guys, so harsh on.
I'm bringing you some next
You're
time.
besmirching my grandfather's
No.
memory and
What are you
legacy.
talking about? I go to his grocery store.
That's
You
true.
said he was an old Jew?
Old Jew.
Yeah, that's my people. That's what we drink. We're like, do you want this thing with sugar? No, I'm going to take this thing that's 50% salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll take anything savory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Again, it doesn't taste like grape soda or anything. It's its own category. You probably have to.
I gotta try it.
You have to do it early on in life, like poi or something like that. But and I haven't had a sip of it since I was 10. So, but I just remember kind of going like,
Is it kind of like liquid sour cream?
it's thick milk that has a lemony
bite.
kind
Little
of a vinegary, lemony, whatever.
I mean, I
to
like
it.
Greek yogurt.
I like it with Frosted Flakes.
Buttermilk is a fermented dairy drink, so
There
that's
you
where you're
go.
getting that lemon flavor. So traditionally, it was a
Sour.
liquid left behind after churning butter out of cultured cream. But now in Western countries, it's made with uncultured sweet cream, and most modern buttermilk in Western countries is cultured separately. So
I'm
not like Grand
it's
Wine.
definitely thicker.
I'm guessing in Germany and Hungary, they per capita drink a shitload more than we do here.
Well, you don't throw out
Steins.
right,
Right.
and you don't throw out the buttermilk just because you're done churning the butter.
Yeah.
I think we can all learn from that.
That's very good.
In America, we probably have I can't believe it's not buttermilk or margarine milk. Just gross.
Gee, your buttermilk smells horrific. Ugh. All right, let's bring it home, Gina Grad.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
I never knew Shakespeare. I never knew Einstein, but I did meet Alan Carolla.
Gina Grad. That was the news with Gina Grad.
All right, let me tell you about Stamps.com. No matter how much we prep, holiday chaos always comes along, especially for small businesses. Get holiday mailing and shipping under control with Stamps.com. All you need is a computer and a printer. We've used it here for 12 years plus. We ship merch, we ship books, we do paperwork that way. Plus, major discounts, like up to 86% off of UPS rates. Rates are constantly changing with Stamps.com. You can switch. They have a switch and save feature. You can compare carriers and rates and get the best deal every time. Sign up with promo code ADAM for special offerings, including a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Stamps.com. You click the microphone at the top of the homepage and enter ADAM for all the discounts. Make it easy on yourself this year. And it comes with a scale, I do believe, as well. All right. So, our next segment is something I pre-taped with Seth MacFarlane. We'll be talking about his whiskey bear fight. I'll be heading to Seth's Christmas party on Saturday, so I'll keep you all caught up on that. And now, without any further ado, let's enjoy a little Seth MacFarlane. Seth MacFarlane is here, and he's got a offering, Bear Fight Whiskey. It's available, by the way, at forwhiskeylovers.com at a good price point, and we'll get into that as well. But Seth, you tell us the backstory on Bear Fight, and I'll pour a little bit.
I've as you well know, have always been someone who enjoys his spirits, and I enjoy bears. So this was kind of a convergence. I couldn't say no. I drank Jack Daniels for a long time, and then tasted this stuff. Has a nice smoky vanilla flavor with a sweet sherry finish. This is how I talk now, I guess.
Yeah, I know you have to talk about how things finish and notes, things we never thought of.
Scottish notes coupled with American whiskey making notes. And each bottle has been mauled by a bear. This is what we got out of it.
I got to say, so Seth's people sent over a bottle in anticipation of this conversation, which I enjoyed over the weekend. I enjoyed quite vigorously, I must say. And first off, I had no idea what the price was. It just said limited release, and I knew it was 90 proof, and I know as the proof goes up, sometimes the price goes up, and it's Seth, so I thought this is $100 for a bottle of this, but it's $39.99.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get it in your belly for that reason.
What so for you to did someone come to you and go, hey, this would be cool, or did you go to somebody else? And then how much of the design? And I've been on this end of the business as well. You taste stuff, you go, I kind of like Johnny Walker Blue Label, but I wanted a little more like Cutty Shark or something.
Yeah, they came to me, and again, I haven't really, I'm very picky with what I get involved with. I haven't really done anything like this in the past, but it just seemed like a good fit. I haven't had Jack Daniels in a while. I was on vodka for a while, and I tried this stuff, and had a few of my friends try it, and we all dug it. We were like, this is tasty stuff. And so I said, you know what, sign me up. And the bear part of it was just made it a no-brainer. But yeah, no, this is tasty stuff. It's not going to kill your wallet. 3-year-old single malt whiskey and tastes like scotch.
Yeah, it's really good. And speaking of bears, there's a Ted series prequel coming out on Peacock. Is it? Did I get that right?
That's right. Yeah. Ted. There's an 8-episode Ted series that's coming. It's a prequel. It takes place in the early '90s on Peacock. Yeah. So this is it. The timing was kind of perfect for this thing as I re-enter the world of bears.
Do you have to say? I mean, I feel like you're involved with so much creatively, and there's probably so much you want to do. I mean, you have to have probably features, right? You're probably thinking about some more features. I don't know if you're writing on them, or you want to. Yeah.
There's one feature that I'm working on the side. It wouldn't really get going until after Ted is done. So probably, very late in the year, but yeah, it's always in the back of my mind. Do you say at some point you go, no, I'm too busy, I can't do X, Y, or Z? Or do you have this feeling of like, I need to make hay while the sun shines? Or is it more just a creative thing, which is so many people love that character? Wouldn't it be awesome if it was a series? Well, yeah, I mean, Ted was something that was proposed to me by Universal. They had wanted to do something with that character for a while, and they had floated the idea of like, is it possible to do a Ted TV series? And the issue is always just the cost. It's your main character is CGI. No one's really done that yet. So we are breaking a little bit of new ground here. If you're going to roll the dice on a CGI character, Ted's a pretty decent one to do it with. So yeah, it's 8 episodes. Each one is a half hour, and it tracks John and Ted when they're in high school. So it's that period after Ted has come to life. He's been through his period of Hollywood greatness, and he's washed up. But he's making his way through adolescence with John. So it's pre Wahlberg. It's pre-adult John, and so it explores a part of his life we have not yet seen.
I got a shout out to my good friend, and I'll tell you, Ted popped up the other day, and I was just watching it. It was the scene where Wahlberg went to Joel McHale's house, and I was just laughing out loud. Like, I find sometimes people, and so you forget how funny they are because the person personally, and maybe we all do that. We go, nah, it's just Jimmy Kimmel. Come on now. But
Exactly.
but we get to know some really funny people, and that was such a goddamn funny scene when he was walking Wahlberg through his house and showing him all his his trophies.
All his,
yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
And the entire movie. All right, so 4whiskeylovers.com is where you go, and of course it's called Bear Fight Whiskey, and again, probably serving this up at the Christmas party coming up in a few months, hopefully.
I think you can count on that, yeah.
Well, always good to catch up with you.
Fight.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said, yes, there will be bear fight at the Christmas party.
It is delectable, and like I said, I just tasted it, but I drank it all weekend and loved it. And finally, always good to catch up with you, my friend. Good luck with the bear fight, and we'll see you at the Christmas party.
All right, Adam. Great to see you.
Thanks, Seth. Take care, buddy.